Hello, my name is Jeff. I'm a wizard. Welcome to my channel. I want to do more depression. Oh, fuck, I can't say it. Depression sessions. Depression sessions. I want to do more depression sessions. I should just stop trying to say it. Yeah, easy. These are 3 piles of cards to choose from. Choose the one that catches your eye, and then you can go to the timestamp in the description box and in the comment section. Click on the blue link, and then I will see you there, and then we will talk a bit about some stuff that will help you, or help people around you. I don't know. So choose your pile and then go there. But I do have 2 things that I wanted to share that I've just been through myself, and I think is very relatable for a lot of people. So, the last month or the last winter have been difficult for me through circumstances, and I've had to come to terms with the fact that the last months I've been back to struggling with these depression stuff. And it got bad. However, it was bad, but I was fighting. I was really. I kept it going. I really invested in self-care. I really did the minimal things I could. I fell back to all my tricks and everything I knew, and I felt like I did a really good job in managing myself through a very difficult time. However, the effects were there, and all the fighting you're doing to keep yourself going exhausts you. Okay, so I've been reaching this sort of burnout feeling, but then it gets more complicated than that. It's not a burnout where you just need to sleep and rest. It's like a burnout where I'm not doing fun things somehow. And you get so lost in how to help yourself because you want to improve things to help yourself. And doing fun things seems counterproductive. I don't know. The point is, I've been going through it, and I had this problem with my job. And it's been a problem that I've had with previous jobs. When this happens, when I'm going through depression, I start to, it starts to show in my job where I'm just late, I oversleep a lot, or I'll be forgetful in some things, and people will just notice that you're not there. Your mind is just out of it, and you are also as well. You don't feel comfortable in your skin. You're not showing the best self. So they take note of that, and they start giving you feel also that you're not doing a good job, right? So you also feel that you're kind of fucking up, and you're trying not to be too hard on yourself for it, but it keeps happening. And then I get into this, then it usually comes to this bit of a confrontation where the manager or the boss is like, look, what's going on? And therein lies already a big trap that I've learned a lesson there to not really trust that question 100%. Because not always, when a manager or your boss is asking you what's going on, do they actually care about your well-being? I see a problem, I want to fix this problem. And they're asking you, tell me what's going on, so they can make a solution, they can make a decision, right? So they are in caring about themselves. It doesn't mean they don't care, and that doesn't mean they're not good people, right? But you need to be careful what you put on the table in a way. However, lying about it doesn't help either. So, and in now, it kind of happened again, and then I got into this conversation, and then this person was being very nice, but she kind of hammered on the issue of, you need to get help. You need to get help. Like you need to fix that. Make a doctor appointment. Try to get some help. Figure it out, right? And she put pressure by this. Like call your doctor now. Get an appointment now. You need to fix it now. Okay? And I'm thinking okay, you're right. Probably a good idea. Okay? But then afterwards, and also like afterwards that day, I would try to call the doctor, which I have been doing. I've been trying to call this doctor, but they're so busy, especially with the corona stuff. It's so hectic, so you can barely get through. I had to say that I'm a doctor, so I had to call the collegial line to get an appointment, right? I had to abuse my authority or power to actually get an appointment. And then even the doctor's assistant, she knew that I sort of asked her like it's about a referral for psychological whatever. She's like, okay. And then she made a point. She actually said like, look, the doctors are so busy, so your consultations is gonna be 15 minutes, so you need to get straight to the point and tell her what you need. Right? Adding that to my experience, like looking for help, asking for help, going to doctors, going to professionals, going to therapists for help, and so little did I actually get the correct help that I needed, or to actually somebody took me seriously in what I was going through, because I'm so well at like hiding it and masking it, and shit is falling apart and I don't show it, right? I'm so afraid of even admitting that maybe shit is so bad, because I don't really believe anyway, too deep. The point is, this sort of awful thing that they do, like at your job often, where they want to help, but they sort of push you to a solution that's a quick fix, and is rarely that quick of a fix or an easy solution. Finding a good therapist takes a long time. Finding a therapist can be even difficult. When you're struggling financially, right? Like she knew that. She knew it was like, that was one of the reasons that I'm actually having a lot of these difficulties and stress, this chronic stress and depression and blah, 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 financial difficulties. So they know all that. And then they push you to a therapist, and like, it's not that easy. That may cost money. And also I know that you don't get the help you need that easily, okay? Going to the doctor now to get this referral, maybe I'll get a good referral, then I'll have to call that person, maybe I'll get an appointment in a month. I don't know how busy they are. Maybe it's way longer. Here in the Netherlands, usually 6 weeks. 6 weeks before you can get some help. No, before you get an intake. You get an intake talk, and then they later on gonna give you some help, maybe, okay? So they push you into the solution that's not really a solution. And then she's like, yeah, be on time the next day. Like, when do you work again? Oh, that day, like, be on time then, and put in an effort. That's completely maddening. That's like a gaslight in itself. Like, oh, you show me that you're sick. Here's the solution. Now, don't be sick anymore. Come on. Stop it. Right? Terrible. And afterwards I got really upset about this. Like, why did I take her side so much? Why didn't I take my side? I mean, I've been dealing with this most of my life, I've studied this. I am actually like more capable than this manager person, okay? So they don't even give me the respect that, hey, maybe this person is doing everything he can. Maybe they are trying everything they can. They don't even look at that for a second, and it's terrible. And then the second thing is, also what I've been getting a lot, is people, when I'm trying to share that I'm having a hard time, because I want to be honest, the hiding it or the acting like it's not there is terrible, right? And also to put on correct boundaries to people in the outside world. You can't just have to be straight up with it. It's like, hey, I'm going through shit right now. I can't actually do this. I can't invest in this. I'm so sorry, right? Be upfront with that. But then when you sort of share what you're going through with maybe people that are a little bit closer, how almost every single person jumps to giving you they give you these generalized blah, blah, blah help tips that in depression do not help. It's bullshit. It's like, try to work out more. You should think positive thoughts. You should really not let, you should get out of this bad habit you're in. You should get outside more. You should try to think of something positive every day, or you just need to get up again and start fighting, just get up and start running. All these things can indeed help you when you're depressed. And all these things are things that I have been using months on end, like fighting. This is what I've been fighting with. Like all these little habits that I know help. Eat fruit, drink water, go outside, go for a walk, think positive thoughts, write in your diary. I do all of them, and it's so crazy to then have this person just offer these solutions back to you as if you're not trying them yet, and then they kind of there's a big problem, and the problem is not the tip, the problem is not the information they're giving you, because that's good information. The big problem is that, first of all, they're not acknowledging that there's actually a problem that is maybe causing your mental state. So they're completely looking that over. It's like, oh, that huge problem that you're dealing with and it is causing your unhappiness, that's not the issue. You should just go for a jog. Philosophically, that may be true, but it's not empathic, and it's completely not helpful for the person that wants emotional support to not be understood or seen or acknowledged or respected in the fact that the problem is not that they are letting it get to them, or that they are being lazy, or that they're just being in a rut. The problem is that they're reacting to an actual problem. People don't look at that, people don't respect that, people don't even just take the time, take a step back. It's like, that's shit for you. That's rough. It must be rough what you're going through. Leave it there. No, they all go through these solutions, blah, 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 blah. And it's also a gaslight. It's also a gaslight, because more often than not, they're trying to make themselves feel more comfortable in the situation. So just giving you all these quick solutions so they feel like they're helping, and they feel like they do something, so they don't feel so uncomfortable in the situation or with the problem. And there's often this pressure for you to feel good again. Like, hey, tell me about your depression, and then you tell them, and it's like, well, you shouldn't let it get to you like that. And and I hear this so often, like these when people say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And well, at least you're still breathing, and life is full of hardships, we all have to deal with them. Hey, I've been through that. That's what some people say, like, oh, I've been through that, you'll get through it, you'll be fine, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. People who say that should be punched in the face, like super hard, just out of nowhere, like, because it is because that's what they do to the person they're saying it to. That's what they're doing to the person they're trying to help. They're just being an arrogant asshole at that moment. They are projecting they're projecting their experience on your experience, and they're giving advice that is like very lazily recycled, right? And when you say that to a person who's actually going through this stuff, you're just punching them in the face. You're like, bye. And they don't realize it. And it's very hard when you're in that state to even explain it, because you just feel this cavern of distance, right? So those were a couple of my issues that made me really upset, actually, because it's been not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so many times, and then you're dealing with it. But then also people will have a good talk, like, hey, I'm depressed, blah blah blah. They're like, oh, be understanding. Blah, blah. What's the problem with people that they think it's over in a week or in 2 weeks? That it's all better now. Or how the next day they're like, you feeling better now? And again, not acknowledging that there's a problem that's actually causing your situation. And I think that's so important, especially during these times where a lot of people are maybe more isolated, more lonely, having a lot of financial difficulty as well, because like I got this through the Corona stuff, so a lot of people are going through this. They're going through a lot of stress. Maybe they don't have a job. Maybe they can't see their family. Maybe they're sick. Maybe there's family sick. Okay, if a lot of these things are happening and you're feeling depressed, you have a very good reason to. And the biggest problem there is that you're not acknowledging first how difficult things are being for you, like how actually painful it is what is happening to you, and that you have very good reason to be sad and disappointed. And you know what helps then? Is a freaking hug. And somebody to just like cry her heart out a little bit. And somebody to say like fuck, that's rough for you. Like I wish it was better for you. That's all you need. Not some life hacks. Or people saying like, oh, my mom suffered through this, you just need to like keep trying. People mean well, I assume, but are very arrogant, I feel, in a lot of people have this I want to help urge. Like, I'm a helper. That's what I do. And then they just do without thinking, like, you know, very and you do a lot more damage that way. It's like charity, you know. If you don't know what you're doing, you can do a lot more damage than actual help, and it's very self-serving. Okay, and I'm telling you all this because for the people who are suffering from depression, this must be very recognizable, right? Okay, so then we can begin. I will see you at your group. Bye-bye. The group number 1. Let's see how I can help you. Oh. Okay, something really cool happened. Look, I got these cards first. Look how green. It's like all green. Super green. Green, 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 green. The green, green grass. Oh, this was really good. Knight of Cups and a reverse Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And then I got this moon card. It was sort of under these 2 cards. Alright, damn, there's a lot of beautiful like things happening on this card. Look, you see this lady staring at the moon. I'm gonna try to flash this card still. This lady is looking at these 2 mountains under the moon. And then we have here 2 men. So I'm assuming these mountains are these men. You see the moon here in this card? With this Knight of Cups? It's like it's mirroring. It's really cool. And then I have this other guy here who is this Nine of Pentacles upside down, and there's also this moon behind him. It's really big. Whoa, okay, so very annoying, because suddenly I feel like I'm in this weird telenovela. And we're talking about mental health, right? I see. Oh no, okay. Okay, this is the message I got. Look, why is my card damaged? Okay, sorry. Technical difficulties. You're this mermaid. Okay, so I'm going to keep this as broad of an analogy as I can because it's quite beautiful and I think it can go many ways. You're this mermaid. We all know the story of the Little Mermaid. And the analogy there is somebody who is stuck underwater. So that's an analogy for, let's say, being stuck in your emotions. You're so stuck under the water, under the sea. You want to be on land, you know, where people are having fun, dancing, where there's passion, fire, and she's in this sadness. Her voice gets stolen, right? So she's very isolated. She's trying to reach out, and like that song, Part of Your World, you have this longing to be free from this. You feel locked out of the world, right? You're on this island, and in the distance, it's like you're stuck on no, not stuck. Look, anyway, these 2 mountains, I don't know what you're looking at. This is like 2 modes of action here. So you have this Knight of Cups and this Knight of Pentacles upside down. What I think it's saying is that the solution. The path forward is being this guy, this Knight of Cups, meaning, how to say, like romance, like talking, sharing, speaking up, offering your thoughts. No, I feel like I got off track there. I don't know, I keep getting that it's a person. Like first I saw, okay, you have to choose between two people, but that doesn't make sense because this is then obviously wrong. And I was thinking, like, this is maybe what you're doing. You're focusing, like, the moon is so big behind this guy. So maybe you are thinking that okay. Your solution, you think your solution is in quickly fixing any material problems you're having, any health problems you're having, maybe housing problems, anything action-wise that needs to be fixing. You think that you need to, you're trying to focus on that, to fix the circumstances so you can feel better, so you can get out. Maybe you feel isolated because of poverty, or maybe because of just the constraints that you're in. Maybe you're just not so free and you're trying to get out of that. Or maybe you're trying to fix your mental state, your sadness, by fixing your body, by becoming more beautiful, or by becoming healthier, by becoming more rich. You're trying to fix it that way. And you've been very focused on that. And I think that is partly to do with the world you want to get at, the world you want to be at. You see a lot of these material things that you would love to have, okay? But the solution to that, the best road to that, is not by focusing on this so much, because you're kind of making yourself more bummed out. You're trying to fix this and you're making yourself stressed and pressured because you don't see results in this regard. You want to see improvements, and it's not happening as fast as you would like. Because you're coming from a difficult position, first of all, you're asking too much of yourself, and it's just not the focus. It shouldn't be the focus, because this won't make you feel. This is a trap. When you're going to focus on this too much in this material side, it's always going to be more and more and more and more, and you're actually never going to feel good. It's like you're going to get there and you're going to still feel locked out. Okay? This is telling you, pull back on that. These goals are fine. Look, you see these two mountains? You want to go between them. That's your path forward. You want to go between them. So there should be a balance here, and there should be a good balance. But the tip for you right now is drop this Knight of Pentacles shit. Stop worrying about paying your bills. Stop worrying about going to the gym. Stop worrying about I don't know, working or all these things. Stop. In any case, stop stressing yourself that the solution will come from there, that if I just do more there, that I will feel finally better, or that I can relieve myself there. And focus on the emotional aspect, dealing with your emotions. Okay? So you're feeling like shit, you get this impulse to go work out, or because you think, I feel like shit, oh, if I only had that or that or that, or if I only maybe did this off my list, I would feel better. And step one should be, first, how am I feeling right now? And there's going to be a lot of, because when you do this first, when you kind of take a step back and say, okay, I am feeling really bad right now, I'm feeling really low. Why? Why am I feeling so bad right now? That's always a good question to ask, because a lot of the times the solution is quite simple and we're making it very big. Oh, I didn't drink enough water. I didn't eat. Or actually I didn't sleep well the last 3 nights, and I don't know, it's been a couple of shitty days. Keep talking to yourself in that way, and then also ask sort of, what do I need right now? What do I really need right now? And if you, let's say, like, okay, I just really want to work out because I feel like ugly and whatever. Say that out loud and you'll see what I mean. Say, I want to go improve myself because I don't feel enough right now, because I feel like I am not enough. And I feel like I should be constantly working on that because I'm not enough. And that's a trap, because when you start from that point to work out, you're always going to be in that circle. And you're always going to feel like this. That's why you need to get that feeling out. And this seems difficult, but it's kind of very healing when you can say, oh fuck, I don't like myself. I feel bad. I feel ugly, or I feel weak. I feel weak. And that's not a nice feeling. And I want to feel better. But first you need to support the part of you that is feeling weak. Because when you say, that's what I said in the intro, remember? Don't gaslight yourself. Don't say, oh, you're feeling bad? Let's go do some workouts and you'll feel better. Maybe a little bit, right? Like, sporting helps. But this is going to be continuing because you're gaslighting yourself. You're never taking the time to say, why am I feeling bad? Why am I feeling less than? And then name the reasons. And you'll see like, oh wow, those are damn good reasons for you to not feel like your best self, right? Or maybe you can like see like there actually aren't that many good reasons for me to not think I'm so beautiful or attractive. Like go into that. Ask yourself, why do I feel like this? Where have I seen proof of this? Where have people told me this exactly in my face? Where did I get this impression? Am I having the right image of myself, But first see what the reasons are, because maybe there are people around you that are making you feel like shit. And maybe that's the easy fix. Or maybe the fix, and this was the fix for me once, in the exercise department. Stop exercising so much. You're overkilling it. You're exhausting yourself. You're burning yourself out. You're not seeing the results because your muscles are always too tired. And because you're in this burnout feeling, you're feeling depressed, right? So for me, once the solution was to cut back on my gym, like more than half, like 1-2 times a week. And suddenly I felt better. I had better results. Everything went smoother. But because I had this talk, and because I could recognize, and when I had this talk, it was like, oh wow, I'm being a complete, like, a dictator to my body. I hate my body. I'm telling my body every time, you suck, we need to fix it. You suck, we need to fix it. You suck, we need to fix it. And your body doesn't like that. No, you don't motivate anybody with that, okay? So, if you're going to work out because you say like, look, my situation is shit, but I know that will make me a little bit better. It will get my body moving. I know that helps. But don't expect yourself to suddenly feel like a miracle better. You're like probably just still gonna feel emotions that were there for good reasons. I hope I got my point across here. It's not that easy, because like a simple point, don't focus on the material, focus on being there for your feelings. It doesn't feel like the solution, but it is the solution. So right now, stop every stress about paying bills or fixing your situation, doing something productive, being productive, making it better. Stop doing that. Just drop it and give yourself a time off here. Say, I've been working hard. I've been trying hard. I'm tired. I'm struggling. I need some self-care here, because it is you not respecting yourself, not taking care of yourself, not giving yourself the time to breathe, not allowing yourself the time to, not trusting yourself that the results will come and that you'll take care of it. That's putting so much pressure on yourself over and over and over again. And that has an effect, because that's a very It's just a psychology that is true. You know, you see the effect of taking care of yourself, respecting yourself, investing in yourself. When you do that, the effects come automatically from the outside world. And I'm learning this, but you know, a week back I was kind of going over my limit, and after my work I still wanted to go to the center, meet some friends, blah blah blah, but actually I was really tired, and I was trying to make it in a short trip back and forth, but I was already overexhausting myself, and even with the texting with these people it was like ugh. And suddenly these people that I'm talking to are being super rude to me. It's like they're treating me like trash. It's like, yeah, better get over here now, and like so disrespectful. And then I was like, hold on, because it was kind of weird how these people were reacting. Like I wasn't used to that kind of talk, or maybe I just read it that way. But suddenly I realized, oh, hold up, they're not respecting me because I'm not respecting me. I'm not respecting that I'm freaking tired and I just want to go home, and I need sleep, you know? Even if I want to have fun, I need rest, I need sleep, I need to take care of myself. You keep that child in check sometimes. It can't always, you and your little child need to walk hand in hand, not child in front of you. You know? It's like with dog walking. Children are not dogs. Let's not go there. Yeah, you need to trust that going into your emotion actually will help. It's like it feels first like it's bad, like you're going into the blackness, like you're sinking into it, but it's not. For me, that's what I've learned with journaling. Even after 2 sentences, like I take my pen, it's like, I feel so bad, I hate myself, blah 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 blah, and then these next lines are so much clarity comes. I feel so much better. You just absolve something so fast. Not be scared of going into the emotions. It's the not going into these emotions, it's the trying to fix it by doing this that is causing you to be depressed. That is depression. You're not listening to these emotions. You're trying to ignore them, patch them up. And you're not listening to yourself. That's depression. Thank you, group one. I hope this helps. I really do. It's not easy. There's many layers, many factors. So take it very, very easy on yourself, group one. You know, from what I can see is that you are coming from a difficult position and you've been under for a long time and you have these big desires, and it's okay. It's like you're getting there. You're getting there. Like you are unstoppable, but you need to stop pushing yourself so hard. Okay, thank you, group one. Bye. Hello, group two. Let's talk about you. Okay, really good cards here. Damn. Orange. Pain. 8 of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. Look, this is amazing. Like, difficult in these readings to say like, okay, this is like a really positive card, very positive omen. This is how you're gonna feel when we're talking about depression. I feel like it's inappropriate. Wait. So we had this 8 of Pentacles card in the middle. Creativity. So I think you are doing something very creative with it. Group 2, like this, I guess this couldn't be a shorter message for you, and that's all you need to hear and know is put the emotions you're feeling into something, express it, put it into a painting, make a doodle, write, dance, sing, anything. Do something with it, like try to get it out. work, put it in your work. If you're a sporter, put it in your sports. Go boxing, put that emotion into what you're doing. Try to express it. Like she's in the blue here. It's like she's sadness, but she's focusing in that into something. And doing that is first of all gonna cause this feeling and success. This is like you're being pushed up, see, to the sun. So there's something key here. So maybe I'm almost even getting the sense that you are feeling emotions very strongly or sadness very strongly because you're supposed to put it into something, okay? Or you are feeling maybe a lot of anger or stuff like that because you're supposed to use that in what you're doing. I get this idea if you're a fighter and you're having a lot of frustration or anger or sort of like angst, and it's making you feel like nervous because it feels like you're off or like you have energy, you don't know what to do with it. But actually that energy is there for you to use. It's like tap into that, like really feel it, go into it, just like let it go off. And there will be so much resolve in that. And also this is the point of expression when you just let it go off, when you just rip through it. This is just sometimes I do with my diary. I take my red pen and I just go at it. It's like, a bunch of blah, 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 I hate you so much, this is so stupid, blah, 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 blah. Getting that out, it's like you like the pressure drops and you can breathe. You get the nasty out, you get these nerves out, or you get whatever you needed to say out, whatever you wanted to say to yourself out, or it's like, let's say you're nervous for something, you're very, very anxious for something, releasing that energy just helps, you know? And it makes, and that gives you control over it, because if you release it now, it won't affect you in the future. Back to this fighter, I don't know why I'm there. Like, let's say you're a fighter and you're feeling this, like, go at it in the gym, like, don't be so controlled about it. Like, really try to make it a lesson in expression. Maybe dance. Dancing has always been good for fighters. Like, I think the best fighters are all, like, the best dancers, they have a rhythm, they see the other person's rhythm, they see the patterns, you know, something like that. And there's a looseness in dancing that maybe in sports is very contained, so that could help. I don't know what is this? Like, but doing that before, let's say you have a competition, getting that out beforehand, getting all that frustration, like I'm losing myself, blah blah blah, will give you control in the actual match, because then it doesn't follow you there. You've gotten it out. Maybe that way you get the worst case scenario out. You know, that's often what it's about. Let's get the worst case scenario out of the thing. It's like this. And then this is it, and it's over, and everything's over. Okay. And then you move on. Express yourself. You're gonna feel very good, successful, and then cool thing is this Page of Pentacles, and it's on either side of the. It was like this. On either side of this girl painting. So, like, almost like two things. Like, one thing is gonna make you feel like $1 million, and one thing is going to lead to something more in the pentacular section. I feel like somebody's walking away with this like thing you made, and it's like, ooh, this is cool. Or like buying something of you. Express yourself. Express yourself. Oh, I woke up with this song that I think is helping me deal with my stress. One of my favorite songs when I was young. Red Alert, like Basement Jaxx. And I've been walking around with this little thing in my head, like, I can't do it now. Okay, but it was like this little intro thing where they skip the music in the beginning. I was like, what is that song? What is that song? And then suddenly I got this. Red alert, it's a catastrophe. Don't worry, don't panic. Ain't nothing going on but a history, yeah. It's alright, don't panic. Dancing, I feel, could help. Group 2, keep it going. Group 3, okay. Let's talk about depression. Yeah. These are really nice cards, but I do have to say, like, I got these holographic versions. It's a lot. The holo with the color patterns and the color shading. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so that's what I'm focusing on. It's a lot. Group 3, it's a lot. You are... Oh, wow. Look, this King of Cups card is like such a Neptunian card. Very heavy. Fatherly. And then I get... Again, okay. Go to group 1. Look at the symmetry in the cards there. Then come to group 3 and look at this. A girl on a rock at the moon, and again 2 gentlemen beside her. One is the right way up, one is the up way down. Go to group 1, look back at this. This is amazing. So maybe for sure listen to group 1. I don't know. And the weird thing is, okay. So group 1, this girl is in the distance. It's like you see her from the back, and she's looking at these mountains, and they're really far away. And now she's closer up, and in the group number 1, they were knights. They were 2 knights. And here I have 2 kings. This is blowing my mind. This is blowing my mind. Okay. So... Oh no, okay, differences. No, sorry, I was mistaken. They were both upside down here. Our 2 kings were upside down, and our princess is the right way up. That's the difference here, because I looked at this, I turned it around. These 2 cards feel very heavy. But yet desired. You have this like sleek business guy here, and then this Neptune guy. This is almost like a very modern man. It's like sort of a modern man. Was that one show I was thinking about? Like Greenback Boogie. Greenback Boogie. Something with lawyers. And this is almost like a Mediterranean man. Rugged. Like more classic. More something like that. And this Princess of Cups. Again, this is so freaking confusing because like I'm trying to talk about depression, and then I'm seeing again like this girl, is she dating these 2 guys? Is she leaving them behind? Okay. This is what I got. Okay, group 3. So just kind of continue on the story of group 1, where she sees her goals and she's trying to maneuver through them, right? And the focus in group 1 was not on these are 2 people around her, these are 2 guys. It's about she's trying to take action to make her life better. She's trying to get out of her situation, and then we were talking about where the focus should be. Yes? Sort of same line here. So let's say you've been doing that, but this is more of a, like, let's say along the way you've met people that you hoped would help you or that helped you out. Or that offered support in these areas. But I'm kind of getting more of the sense that you've been trying to, or being confused between how to get where you're going and externalizing that. So I feel like you have been, okay, I'm trying to say this carefully. Because we don't do this that knowingly, and it usually comes from a feeling of powerlessness or just not knowing how to improve your situation, or by this duality of, I think for a lot of people, when they maybe missed out in their childhood, or they did not have the right role models, or missed out on some things, you get stuck in this. You try to fight that when you're young and you don't get it. You say like, oh, I'm going to get it for myself, because you kind of hate the fact that the outside world is kind of locking you out of it. But because you can't seem to get it from yourself, you still desire it from the outside world. And also, like, as I think when you're a child, you always carry this along. It's like, I'm supposed to get it. Like, why is it not given to me? There's an entitlement. There's an entitlement, okay? And that's a nasty word, but be soft on yourself, wearing rose quartz, because it comes, you wouldn't call a child that wants a mommy or that wants a daddy to help her entitled. You don't call a child entitled then, right? But I think you need to recognize that this feeling is kind of carried over, and that because of you don't know how to get to where you want, and maybe because of a lot of disappointment. Okay, and this is the same thing that happens when you have a lot of bad things happen to you after each other. You get this idea of, I deserve a win now. I deserve something good to happen to me now. Like, it has to happen to me now because I've just had so much bad luck. Like, that's entitlement. You start to think that the universe owes you, or that the next thing that's gonna happen is gonna be good, has to be good, because you're owed it. It's kind of the same thing when you are you're missing out in your childhood, you carry that over in your adulthood, and you keep being stuck with that feeling of like, yeah, but it was unfair. I'm owed some kind of, to get it back at some point. Or when you work for it, let's say you are actually like trying to improve your situation as hard as you can, and maybe it's not working out, you also get this feeling of this has to work, it's unfair, and that can get you stuck in maybe trying to fix something that's just not gonna work because you feel like it's owed, or you feel like it has to be, or this can't be the wrong thing. Same thing when you meet people. They can be so everything you've ever wanted, or they can feel like the perfect picture, the perfect dream. And if you have very bad relationships, or you've been missing out on a lot of love through your life, or you've never had real love, you really need it, you crave it, you want it. And then when somebody comes along and it fits a lot of these boxes so well, it's very hard for us to accept that it may be not the right choice, or that it may be not so good for us, or that it's not the best thing, or maybe we fell into a trap, maybe we fell into a liar that really just really fits what you need very well. And there are people who do that, and when you're in need like that, you're a sucker for these things. You're easy prey. It, like when you're very hungry, you'll eat bad food. When you're very, 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 very hungry, you'll take a poisoned apple. You'll not think that long about where it came from. And that's the sad truth. And you can't blame yourself for that, because it's normal, it's human. And don't blame yourself for that, because you need to make these mistakes to learn, to actually grow up in this, to get yourself there. You need to make these mistakes. And also, I always felt that there's a double thing. And let's say you go into these relationships where you're hoping somebody will give you what you've been lacking when you were young, blah blah blah, daddy issues, mommy issues. Even though it doesn't work, it often ends in sort of toxicity maybe, or a bit demanding something of another person that they don't have to give you, or putting responsibility on another person that they don't have to carry. It's not their responsibility. However, in failing this, or like trying and failing, following your instincts, you know, like allowing yourself to fall in love, be wrong, be heartbroken, pick it up again. Slowly you are kind of giving yourself the love you lack, because those people really liked you. They gave you affection. They gave you intimacy. You could share yourself. And these things add up. So don't think that if you're going through failed relationships, it doesn't add up, because along the way you are giving yourself tiny bits of things you need to maybe grow up yourself. That's kind of how I see it. Now, back to these cards. The point is you have been trying to get what you want by proxy, through another person, or through something else, like, or you've been coming into positions, and I'm kind of getting that feeling. You've been going for what you want, and then you let's say you meet people and they have what you want, and it feels really good. It feels exciting, like you're getting closer to what you want, but then you realize that it's not yours. It's these people's, and they're offering it to you by proxy, but it's not a free gift. So, you know what I mean? So, you get into this trap of, like, let's say you want a nice car, and then you meet somebody and he has exactly the car you want. There's a danger there to take away, for you, like, to give away your power. To give away your power, you know, like, maybe this person can give me this thing that I've always wanted, is a powerless position you're putting yourself in. And it's the same powerless position you've been coming out. So I think you've been kind of experiencing that, or you have been hoping for help, hoping for support, hoping for somebody to like push you along here and there. But it's causing you to feel powerless again. So you're kind of in a catch-22, it seems. And I think you're in this phase of leaving this behind. Like, I think you came out of this and you realize that this is not the solution, right? It's almost like you are releasing these two people, or these two energies. Promises. I'm getting promises. These are like two stupid images, right? This perfect businessman, look at him. It's Mr. Big from Sex and the City, right? Or it's this James Bond guy. Wow, really hot, really cool. Oh, look at this, like Aquaman, or whatever. It's perfect. It's the perfect exotic man. We're on the island. But these are just sort of images, like, and they have been signs that you're moving in the right direction, but they're also kind of, distractions, and putting your faith in that, expecting something from these two doesn't work. And I think you know that. You're leaving that behind because you get your back turned and you're moving forward, right? So I think you've been realizing that if it's gonna come from anywhere, it's gonna come from you, and that nobody's gonna come down to save you. Nobody's coming down to save you. And I think you are going through this, like this. You know that. I think you've always known that. I think you've always had that feeling of, don't save me. Don't save me. That's not the solution. But I do need help. And it's not easy. That's like a boundary game, and it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. What you've been doing, I feel like. Releasing the expectations from the outside and releasing victim mentality. You're dropping a victim mentality. That's exactly what it is. You're dropping your victim mentality. And that is so freaking powerful. And it's so freaking difficult. It's so difficult when you've been a victim. And maybe there was no justice. There's no fairness. There was nobody punished for what they did to you. You never got the recognition. You were a victim. You are a victim, and you're learning not to let that define you anymore. You have realized that when you act as a victim, you remain a victim. And that's not how you're gonna get out. When you do this, when you get these externalizations, you put yourself back into this victimhood. You make yourself a victim again. And that's okay. This is natural, because everybody who is healing from this, who's going through this, experiences this. You're not alone. You are not alone, okay? This is very normal. This is a learning process. You learn by trying. Okay, that's the last thing I'm going to say. I'm going to put on this link of this song. Just listen to the lyrics. It's so beautiful. It's like, don't try to be so wise. Don't try to live so right. Or you will hate yourself in the end. And it's true. Make mistakes. Because also, realize that we also heal our internal world by playing with the external world, because the external world is a representation of a part inside of you. So you're externalizing this, and that's easy. Then you can talk to this part. This part inside of you that needs healing becomes a person. And you can talk to that person. You can interact with that person. And then you can also heal with it. Then you can also understand that part better. And when you learn to forgive these parts, you integrate. Right? But that's what you do. You externalize these parts inside of you. So that's why the same problems keep coming back. You keep meeting the same people. You keep having the same job problems. It's because it's trying to teach you something. And it's helping you. It's like offering you it's like Groundhog's Day. You keep repeating the same thing until you actually make the improvement, until you step out of it, until you see oh, I understand this now. And you integrate. Same thing that sort of happens with your anger at one point, when you say thank you for getting me to this place. You made me really, really strong. But it's okay now. You can rest. I'm really, really strong now. I don't need you to fight so hard for me. We're one. I am you. You don't have to be afraid of disappearing or not being hurt. I am you, right? So then your anger doesn't have to take over anymore. You become your anger. You're one and the same. And that also means that when you become angry, that's you. You don't split anymore. You don't become that angry, irrational person and you that judges it, or that's like, oh, I lost control. No, you know damn well what you're doing. And when you're angry, you don't shame yourself, you don't judge yourself, you're standing up for yourself, right? I don't know why I went there. There's actually a really beautiful clip from Naruto where that actually gets visualized. I've been trying to put it on Instagram, but they keep immediately checking it. So maybe I'll try to put it on here. See if I can fix that, maybe as a link. But yeah. And for sure that one song, or that one thing I just said. Damn, I already forgot it. I'll have to look that up. The best advice that I can give you is you're gonna get a lot of distractions. You're gonna get a lot of people trying to, or you're gonna get into this trap again where you're gonna feel like you have this big problem you can't solve by yourself and you just need somebody to come and help you. And you're gonna need to finally say no to everybody and sit with yourself and say, hey, the only person that has ever gotten me out of my shit is me. The only person that has ever really helped me was me. The only person that has ever really been standing up for myself has been me. And when I look back, I was the one that has been doing all the hard work. I was the one that did difficult things. I was the one that got myself out of the situation. Okay? Not these other people. But you're scared. And you're scared to do it alone. And that's normal. And help is allowed. That's not the point. The point is first you make the action plan. This is the difference. It's when you see like, okay, this is my problem that I see before me. Seems impossible. I have no idea how to fix it. This is what I'm gonna try. You first imagine that nobody is here to help you. There's like absolutely nobody to help you. You're all alone. Like, you're just gonna have to deal with it, right? So what can I do? Just do that. What can I do? What do I think I should do? What can I try? And if you then don't even have an answer, that's fine. Then you just let it rest. You say like, okay, shit, I still don't know what to do. Let's sleep on it, right? Because you're working on it. Then you're really looking at it. You make a plan for yourself. You say, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna get myself out of this no matter what, okay? Like no matter what, I'm gonna keep trying to get myself out of this and I'm gonna fix this. And then when help gets offered to you and help comes along your way or people say, let me help you, you can accept it because, and this is the difference, their help does not change a thing. It doesn't change where you're going. It doesn't change if you're gonna get out of the situation. It doesn't change the plan. It can help the plan or not. But now you can judge help in the right way. Does this help me get to where I need to go? Yes, then this is good help. Right? Or does this hinder me? Is this person just like asking my attention over and over again? Then this is not help and it's not helping me get to where I'm going, right? So you stick to your plan and alongside with whatever help you can get, that's fine. Like but what we mostly do is we don't have a plan and we're kind of waiting, hoping that something will come and help us. And then when help comes, we feel like we have no option but to take it or to give it a chance. And it's like we're almost like powerless, like we always have to put ourselves in these hands that are reached out. And then when that's how you stay a victim, that's how you become a prey, right? Because you really are just hoping for the outside world to come and fix it and to give you the plan. And it's really easy, guys. Sit down with yourself, make that plan. Tell yourself, hey, that's where I'm gonna go. This is how I'm gonna try to do it. And no matter what comes my way, I will be pushing myself to keep going, okay? I'm not gonna keep waiting around. And I think we get stuck in that because we think like, yeah, but I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do. I really don't know which way to go. Just go. Even just admitting that is going. It's like, fuck, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm really, really scared. I'm really, really stuck. I'm freaking out. I'm so unhappy, whatever. Accepting that. And then just like saying, okay, what can I do? And if you don't know anything, then say, what can I do now? What can I do right now that will make me feel a little bit better, that will give me a little bit relief? That's the only steps you need to be taking if you don't know what to do. Just like, what can I do right now? What will make me feel better? Right now, how do I care for myself right now? Okay? And if you have no solution for your problem, if you see that it's impossible, then actually you can pretty easily say, well, worrying about it's not going to change it right now. There's nothing I can do about it right now. Feeling bad about it is not helping me right now. I can actually have fun right now because I just concluded that there's nothing I can do. Go have fun. It's not that easy, but like, take some training, this thing. But this is mindfulness. This is just like getting to where am I? What's going on? Why am I feeling? Blah, blah, blah. That's a good one again. and keep trying stuff. That's why this is Princess of Cups. That's why I wanted to say in the beginning. This is so serious. This is like, it's almost felt like you came past deals where you had to go all in or not. Super serious, right? Like, do you marry me or not? Or do you take this job with 8-year contract, blah, 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 or not? And you're getting out of that. You're like, I don't need that bullshit. And the path forward is trying stuff. Maybe I'll try this. Maybe this will make me feel a bit better. Maybe this can help me. Maybe this can help me. Maybe this is fun. Maybe you just try stuff. Try stuff. Follow your own plan, and you'll get there. All this orange hair is miracles, and it's coming out of her own head. You see what I mean? She's coming up with the good solutions. She's coming up with her own savings. She knows what's up. She doesn't need these distractions, because they may look like what you want, and they are what you want, but you want it for yourself. It's this weird thing that I used to have when I would sort of speak together with certain people, like relationship. Then the moment I'm with them, I finally feel like a whole person. And suddenly I have a million ideas. I feel so optimistic about the future and about dating. And there's this weird thing where I find somebody who I feel gives me these things that I can get for myself. And with these things, because they're actually things you want and need, and this desire is not stupid you have, right? So you feel whole. You feel like a whole person. And you feel really great about yourself. It feels like you have everything you need to go out and conquer the world. But then there's this person attached to it, right? And that person doesn't follow your ideas and desires, and so you become a Siamese twin, and they both want to go in a different direction, or they just like, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. However, trying this on gave me a lot of inspiration, lessons. Like it gave me the tools to do it myself more, because you do need the inspiration. If you do need to get to people and see what they're doing and see like, oh, that's working, and that's working, maybe I should try that, but not go stand near those people and hope that by their effect it's just gonna rub off on you, which is what a lot of us does. It's like, oh, if I just be close enough to this person that I think so amazing, somehow I'll be so amazing. That's what advertisement does, right? It's like, buy these clothes and you look like this person, buy this perfume and you'll be this incredible, beautiful woman floating on apples. Perfume commercials are weird. Let's not use that. Thank you, Group 3. Hope it helped. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.